We actually have them bring friends to starve for a weekend to help others.
I'm Lily Herman. I'm 17 years old. This is the 6th year that I've been doing the
I'm
Famine.
17. I've been doing Famine for this is my 7th year.
My name is Erin Palankos. I'm 13 years old. I've been doing the Famine for the past 2 years.
My name is Sarah. I'm 12. This is my 2nd year doing the Famine.
My name's James. I'm 14. I've been doing 30-hour Famine for 3 years.
My name is Madison Bradley. I am 12 years old. This is my 2nd year doing
Dave
the Famine.
Marquis. I've been doing the Famine for 10 years. Really doing the first one. I didn't realize it was 10 years ago.
Back is sort of it's fun to do something as a group, but it's also really nice to help something so important as World Visions, and it's sort of a wake-up call as to what's going on in the world.
And I do it because it helped me understand how the people that are hungry in third world countries feel.
And I think the main reason why I come back every year is that it really brings a reality check to my life, because I take it for granted how lucky I am to have so much food at home. I don't even think about it. Like, my mom just shops, she brings home food, and I eat it. And it really shows that not so many people are that lucky. And it's a way for me to help those people, get what they need so that they can live a healthy life. And I just enjoy giving back to the community.
And I do it because it really brings me back down to earth and makes me realize what I have.
And the reason why I do it is it helps me and the kids see how lucky we are and how we can help people around the world to bring God's love to them.
And the reason I do this is because I just feel really like a nice person giving the food out to the homeless. And it just makes me feel good in my heart.
And I do the Famine to get a sense of what it's like to live in the countries that don't have what we have, and the people that don't have the things that we have, and get a sense of what we take for granted every day.
I hope to make someone's day a little bit brighter, because it's nice to just see the homeless people's faces light up when you give them food, because they don't get food all the time.
During this famine, I hope to accomplish to help some children and to really help my community.
What I hope to accomplish is I want to make other people, the homeless, make them happy and make them also feel really great and make them feel wanted, unlike how other people treat them.
Right. What we hope to accomplish here is to get clean drinking water for different parts of the world. The kids have done real well raising money, and the sponsors from our parish and their friends, family, they are making a difference, and every year they're making a bigger and bigger difference. It's great to be a part of something like that.
Tomorrow when we go to feed the hungry in Bushnell Park in Hartford, Connecticut, I hope to feed as many people as possible and hope that as many people come to the church service and that we meet as many new faces and make as many people smile as possible.
10 hours in, after we played the game, when we were playing it, I obviously couldn't do what I normally do, so you can't really go as long as you normally do.
I'm 10 hours in and I feel hungry because I usually am eating normally. but it's good because I'm getting a sense of what it's like in other countries, and it's making me realize what it's like, and it's putting me in a perspective of everyone else, and I'm definitely taking everything that I have much better.
10 hours in, I feel a little tired and a little bit hungry, but it's not that much that it would cause me to actually have to eat.
I'm 10 hours into the famine, still doing pretty good, but a little sluggish. You can see not moving as fast, not thinking as clear. But I don't want to say it doesn't get any easier after all the years. You just don't realize not eating how it controls your whole body and how you react with others.
I don't know. No. I haven't heard any singing.
Well, now push.
I'm right in my life. We're good. No.
Tired, very tired.
20 hours in, and everything's really different. We just woke up, and not having breakfast is really different. Usually I'd wake up and have a bowl of cereal and then go to school, but not having breakfast is definitely going to have an effect on something.
20 hours into the famine, feeling a little, you could tell it's not normal, and having done it before, I'm pretty much right on course. Don't feel weak or anything. Just takes a little bit longer to do things.
So we're 20 hours in, and I'm extremely tired. My stomach was grumbling all night, but I still went to bed. But I just have a headache, and I'm just everything's slow going.
It's been 24 hours since I had my last meal, and I'm feeling tired. I am having a really hard time thinking straight. I had to go to school earlier this morning and work on a project, and that was tough. But I was doing everything very slow, still am. And I'm really tired and worn down.
I feel a little bit tired and a little bit hungry, but not that much that it actually caused me a problem and me have to eat.
It's 20 hours in and feel pretty tired hurts a little bit. I really just want to go back to sleep.
20 hours in, I still feel kind of out of it, and it's hard to kind of think straight.
So if you're doing this for the first time after 24 hours, you're probably thinking, why am I doing this? And you might want to eat something or stop, but you really shouldn't, because by the end of the 30 hours, you feel definitely changed, I think, and you learn something about the world.
To share with others doing this, right now you're 20 hours in, and I look at it that you're beyond the point of stopping. You can if you want, but if you made it this far, 10 hours are going to go by real quick, and you're going to make it, and you'll give yourself a lot more confidence, and you'll feel a lot better about what you
For
accomplished.
someone doing Famine for the first time, I would say that it is hard, but that I know you could get through it. I know it might be difficult because you just really want to eat something, but I mean, you only have 10 hours left, so I'm sure you could do it.
I'd tell them, don't try to pull an all-nighter and like have a party at night. Go to sleep. It'll help you not be hungry.
I'd like to share with the kids that are doing this the first time that just to think about all the kids in different countries and the other kids that are in our country that don't have the things that we have and that struggle with not having food and water every day and that have to go through hunger every day and have to do everything that we do on an empty stomach.
And I would tell kids who are doing it for their first time that not to think of food and to make sure they're drinking plenty of water and make sure they play the games, because when you play the games, your mind is kind of off of food.
If anything, I would want to share with kids doing this the first time that it may seem hard, but it's for a good cause, and you get a lot of you get a sense of moral rightness, sort of, because you're actually helping people, and you're physically helping people in Hartford, so you can see the difference, and it's worthwhile.
I'm trying not to think about food as much as possible, but it's pretty hard, and I'm hoping to eat as soon as possible.
Right now, thinking about food, not too bad as long as I don't see too much of it. It usually gets a little bit rougher in the last hour or so as we know that we're getting closer to the 30 hours. That'll be the hardest one. The rest of them, as long as we stay busy, we'll be doing fine.
Consciously, not that much, but I did have a dream about food last night, so probably a lot in my
I do
head.
think of food every once in a while and I'm kind of bored.
Honestly, I'm not thinking about food at all. I'm just thinking about helping the homeless in Hartford.
I try not to think about food, but sometimes it just slips into my mind, like what I had for dinner the night before, like what I want for lunch, or just my favorite types of food. It's somewhat on my mind, but then I try to push it off because otherwise it would just drive me crazy.
How much am I thinking about food? Not much at all.
I wasn't really thinking about food at all until we started to make lunches for the homeless, and then I saw the cookies and the fruit, so that made me start to think about food more.
It was hard being around food because I felt like I could eat everything that was on the table, but I knew I didn't want to break my fast until the 30 hours were done, so it was a challenge.
Being around food was pretty tough because it all looked really good, and I knew I wasn't going to be able to eat until 5 tonight. But then I realized where the food was going, and the people that we were giving it to needed it more than I did.
Well, it was hard to watch the food and watch people eating the food when you hadn't eaten for a while.
It felt good handing the food out while we were in Hartford because the people that were receiving it were probably have gone without food for quite some time or have experienced it a lot more than I have. So really it's good to be doing something good and seeing them really appreciate it.
At the park, it wasn't that bad because I don't like tuna. And now that I can smell it, it is torture. It is absolute torture.
So we're 30 hours into the famine, and I'm really, really tired. It was tough staying awake today, but we made it through, and I'm very hungry.
30 hours in, I feel tired and not as hungry as I would expect to. I feel really thoughtful.
After 30 hours, I'm feeling hungry because I'm usually eating normal meals, but it's good because I'm getting a sense of what it's like to have to deal with it on a normal basis and have to go to school and work and function on an empty stomach.
I spent 30 hours since my last meal, and I'm feeling pretty good, surprisingly, actually.
All right, we're closing in on the 30th hour of our famine. Thinking about food a little bit more. Definitely can't wait for the 30 hours to be over. And that's that.
30 hours in, I feel tired, exhausted, and I feel out of it.
Through 30 hours, I feel pretty tired and also pretty hungry.
Really tired, my brain's not working too well, and really hungry.
Did I accomplish what I set out to do? I think I did. I just don't really remember what I set out to do. I think it was to feed the homeless and have a good experience being with everybody, and I did that. So
I did actually accomplish what I set out to do. So far, I haven't had one snack, and it's almost over, so it's good.
I accomplished what I set out to do because I was able to fast for the full 30 hours and went to Hartford to feed the homeless and the hungry.
Yes, I accomplished what I wanted to do. I think at least I made many people happy. I talked to one person a lot about volunteering at a soup kitchen, and another person briefly who was helping us pass out lunches.
I set a goal this year to actually do a full 30 hours again. I hadn't been for the last few years, and it actually felt good to accomplish it. I did it, and I feel good about it.
I accomplished what I set out to do, which was to raise money to feed hungry people around the world and to last all 30 hours without eating anything.
I accomplished what I set out to do.
I think we did. We helped a lot of people today.